Hello, good afternoon, 20th of November 2020. Fleet crew management. Why? It is yesterday I had a conversation with a friend about marathon runners because we know few marathon runners, and there is some shoes that allow you to get 4 minutes less in these 40 kilometers. And it seems that some buy these shoes, and the shoes are only valid for 120 kilometers, so you can do 3 marathons. And then these shoes also are worth something like 300 euros or something, or $300, very expensive. And we were both kidding. And I told this friend of mine, yes, well, I used to be sponsored also with surfboards, because then a lot of people watch you surf and see and think, well, if that person, if you surf so well, then perhaps I get the same surfboard and I will surf as well as you. And it happens that if Rafa Nadal plays with a nice racket, if I get that racket, then I will play as well as him. And so this is not the case. And is it really necessary to have such a great racket, surfboard, or marathon shoes? Well, this is the same situation with crew management. Fleet crew management is becoming more and more important, not only because the risk zero factor, safety is first, because humans have to be trained, humans have to go through compliance in all the different contract wage scales, discrimination, anonymous boxes for complaints, Maritime Labour Convention, so on. And then we have also got the risk of this supply and demand. Before, we did not experience much apart from the cost of traveling. But now we see that we have the quarantines of 15 days in this country. Other countries, you cannot enter. Other countries, I cannot leave. So we know this digital compliance is very important, because at least we can communicate, and it is becoming very important, not just the shoes or the racket or the surfboard, but the competitive advantage of the fleet crew management. We are experiencing, for example, in Filipinas, there is quite a shortage of ratings and officers. Perhaps it's also a situation that the system was not so digital. Other countries like India are supplying huge numbers of crew, and they have adapted very well indeed, this digital transformation. They have decided that this is a strategic, essential maritime business. And I hope that more countries do realize that, of course, hero ship owners, hero seafarers, but there is collateral, indirect, related small, medium companies, big companies, for training, for transport, for crew management, for employing, related, the doctors, the medical examinations, the PCR tests, now the vaccines. So we have pharmaceutical companies. Thank you very much for declaring seafarers the first ones in the queue. I appreciate it. I did not expect this. And so crew management companies are becoming just more professional. We had to adapt faster. That's why we made some 200 videos since the 13th of March, the first video. This is becoming the trend. Now, having myself these shoes, I would get 4 minutes less in the marathon, but still, out of 500, I'll still be 499. So perhaps Okay, just in case I don't want to be 500. The last one, I need the shoes. But what about if we realize about this 2% agency fee for the crew management fleet organization, the rosters, the compliance, the risk zero, improvements, adapt, nationalities changes. This is going to be the trend. It is going standard wage scales, standard enlistment contracts, standard everything, but the nationalities, it is becoming United Nations. So we have to adapt. Tomorrow this quarantine might be stopped here. One country might start the vaccines earlier, the other one later. But the risk of not doing it myself is much smaller. Do I need to pay for these shoes $300 for 4 minutes? Is it worth it? Would I get much advantage if there is marathon runners with no shoes that even can beat me blindfolded and can beat me with one hand in the back or even with one leg? Yes. So is it required that I continue this fleet crew management myself as ship owner if, for example, today a container coastal Spanish flag 16 crew is 717,000 euros or dollars if that's the case? Is it not competitive today to place this ship under a Spanish flag and give it to a crew management company because we can use Bilbao, Biscay Ship Management, the Canarias, Candina Ship Management Company. We can apply the Spanish sandwich that we invented. We have already got this certified MLC and ISO. We use the same payroll, social security, and this is the Inquisition Spanish system of complicated, even in the more complicated world that has not been discovered yet. Well, the Spanish public system is even more complicated, and that next system to be discovered to be more complicated. And therefore, would I do okay with those shoes? Well, my point is, well, tomorrow, if this charter changes, might I need to go to the UK under a different flag and apply minimum wage, 8.8 quid pounds per hour? Then the day after, then I can place 50% non-Europeans. Is it the captain, chief officer, or is it the chief engineer and second engineer? No, it's the chief engineer and second engineer. And I need endorsements. How do I get these endorsements? Well, barefoot marathon. This is the situation, and we can grant this for a 2% fee for fleet crew management. I could run your government for a 2% fee, a 2% tax for you, but they won't allow me, unfortunately, because I would generate Alexa like this one, and then everything would be digital, so we don't need buildings and all these people. Worldwide, yes. I read today it's 4 million public workers in the UK. I think there is 5 or 4 in Spain, so that's total 9. Well, seafarer heroes, we have only got 3, and they provide world 90% of transport. Now, do I need to do it myself? I need to think about this competitive advantage, and these small examples of these 3 sports that I know a little bit of, then it is a hint of what is going on. Another comparison is, am I a tennis player or am I a paddle player? Am I a surfer or a windsurfer? And then am I a marathon or 100 meters? Ship management and crew management are different concepts. I hope that now with this video, fleet crew management is very clearly differentiated from technical and P&I and insurance and these financials and brokerings and charterings and blah, blah, blah. Human resources is human resources, dot. I believe in crew management, Candina, fleet crew management, this is strategic, and a lot of sides of the technical will go artificial intelligence, a lot of them. The first thing we will need is a lot of electricians. India is providing very good junior electricians, so we need to train them. Yes, thank you very much, India. And we need to teach that India has done a great job for the maritime community. Singapore is doing a great job, and we all have to go digital. Tomorrow things might change, so we will need to adapt to the next marathon. But this is a marathon. And thank you very much indeed for your time. Have a nice weekend.